Okay, so my presentation is entitled A New Perspective because uh, I have to announce that I've captured the deep sky objects that are within reasonable grasp of my 14-inch telescope. And so I'm turning a page. I decided last fall I wanted to do something more with my library since there's nothing that I really want to photograph that's, as I say, within my grasp. And I decided to um, apply myself to learn the industry standard animation program, which is called After Effects. And you probably see After Effects 100 times a day. If not on your computer, then certainly on your TV. It is the most prevalent program used to create videos and animations. And at the same time, I was very fascinated by the fact that at work, I'm using the latest version of Photoshop, and it now includes substantial artificial intelligence. And one of these techniques actually will give you a view of an object, a picture that you've taken from a different point of view. It literally interprets what the point of view would be. And it dawned on me that using it, I could project how deep sky objects would appear if they were viewed from a distant solar system. So here's a diagram to illustrate the point. The Earth is A, and our twin, Earth 2, let's say it's 2,600 light years away. Viewed from Earth 2, the Trifid Nebula that we see face on would obviously look different because it would be seen from an angle. So what I did very quickly was to take 4 of my photographs of objects that are seen face on from planet Earth, and we'll start with the helix. And then I used Photoshop to interpret what this would look like. By the way, could you hear that sound? Can you?
Yes, Phil.
Okay, great. That means my audio was playing. So here's what it would look like if it was seen from a distant solar system on the west. Moving on, here's the blue horsehead, which is in Scorpio. And if we saw this from the, pardon me, that was from the east. If we saw this from the west, a lot more of this foreground nebula would be obliterating the horsehead. And I thought that was rather amazing that Photoshop could figure that out. Here's an object that we know very well, the Veil Nebula. And if we were to see this from the southwest, it would look more like this, much more scrunched. And finally, let's move out of our galaxy and view a distant galaxy, in this case, M101, from the perspective of another galaxy that would be to its northwest, and it would look like this. Okay, so that's phase 1 of my presentation. Phase 2 is a realization that every single photograph that you've seen tonight from my illustrious predecessors and myself all appear to be at the same distance when viewed through a telescope, because we can't see perspective. We all know, of course, that that's false, and the ancients thought everything actually was on the inside of a celestial sphere, when in fact, the objects are in 3 dimensions and they're all around us. So this gave me an idea for my very first video, which was to present to you 30 objects that I photographed in the past and arrange them from nearest to far away, to most far away. And so the first one is about 250 light years away, and the last one you'll see is millions. And I call this near to far away. So next is a video that has a great deal of dimension to it, as you'll see. I call it Closing In on Deep Sky Objects. And then finally, this is a grand tour of deep space, and I call it Cosmic Safari. And it's pretty lively.